If I wonder what really happened about the Big Brother audition process, what really happened? How do people normally get to the house? Have you think about it? How the contestant, the housemate you have been seeing, you watching on TV, how they get to the house? Have you ever been thinking about it or wondering how they get there? Is it just a simple filling of form, or is there a lot happening behind the scene? Some people believe maybe it's connection, some why something, the reduction of the because of thousands of people apply. Yes, we know. Well, after I went through the entire process from registration, getting invitation email, traveling to the audition venue, fun enough, find a commission to staff to put that one because I traveled to my state to another state for that audition. And trust me, you will feel surprised that nobody has ever told me about. So if you are planning to audit for the Big Brother Naija in the future, this video could save you from making costly mistake and help you prepare better. Even you are just crucial about how the contestants, the housemen have been watching, how they begin their journey to the Big Brother Naija house. You won't want to miss this. Stay with me till the end because I'm sharing my real unfiltered experience exactly as it happened. What me personally experienced from the beginning to the end is what I'm going to share on this video. My own personal experience, not someone say. This one is my own experience. So look, welcome back to the Five and Learn with UD. Yeah, I share my experience. I react to videos. I teach you everything behind the scene. And today I'm taking you behind the scene of my Big Brother audition experience, my own experience from the registration process, arriving at the audition venue, and the very stage of the physical audition. So let's get started. As I already in this video, I will share my complete Big Brother experience, audition experience, my complete from the registration process to arriving at the venue and full audition processes. So in case this video will be long, I may divide into two parts because I don't want to filter anything or remove anything. I just want to tell you everything I may experience. I want to share my own experience. So in case someone that is planning to audit in the future, this video will guide you, give you a clear idea of what to expect. So I will start with the registration process. What is the first stage? How we even get to the next stage if without registration process. So I will start direct with the registration process. For me, the registration process was very easy and straightforward. I registered on the very first day the application portal opened because I don't want to miss the opportunity. I needed to experience it. I wanted to know how it looked like. Because that was why I did that first day. There's no deadline in the registration process. What they did is that, according to what they said, is that once the capacity fill up, that's where it ends. So there's nothing like 2 days or 3 days. So when the registration process, the first stage was where I submitted my personal information, personal details, name, other details, ID card, all this. After submitting it, I received an email with the link to continue to the second stage. The second stage contains several questions about me. I can still recall some of the questions. I can recall almost all the questions. But the questions were like about different area of my life. I know the number one question was describe yourself. That was my question was I should describe myself. I still recall that. Then after describe yourself, the next question I recall that and the next question was what have been the highest point of your life? Why the text question was what have been the lowest point of your life? Opposite to each other, highest point of your life, and the next one, lowest point of your life. I still remember the fourth question was what is the worst thing you have ever said or done? That was number four. I still remember those questions because it was like seriously. Then they talk about, and then another question about habits. Ask me, what habit of yours irritates most people? I recall that was how I put that question. Then the next one was about my religious and faith. Yes, I remember. They said, will you describe yourself as a religious person? If so, describe the nature of your faith. That was what the question they asked me based on that question they asked based on religious and faith. Then after the religious and faith, they asked about political belief. I still recall that one. That was the next one. And under political belief, the question on that was that describe your okay. It was found in the face. The other was describe your family and how you get along. When asked about political belief, you describe your political belief. Then asked about your friendship. I recall that one very well. Describe your friends and friendship. That was the question I asked. After that, they now ask about my relationship status. When you don't ask that rate, I recall when they ask they will tell you explain your relationship status and view on relationship. Two things. You explain your relationship status, then what is your own view on relationships? That was the question they asked. I still record that. Then the next question was tell us about yourself that you don't share with others. Yes, that's what they put it. Tell us about yourself that you don't share with others. That's how they put it, I recall. And the next question was what was the next question? The one question asked about talent, hidden talent. Yes, I said, do you have hidden talent? Tell us about it. Do you have hidden talent? Tell us about it. They now asked me reasons why I want to be in the Big Brother Naija house. And the question was put this way. Okay, just put it like it started with a statement and has to complete it. I want to be in Big Brother Naija house because blah blah blah, not giving boss for you to complete the statements. That was the questions they asked. I should record that very well. So if you are applying to update, take note of this question. After submitting those answers, I immediately received another email with a link to the final stage answer test theory. That was a link. Maybe submit sure that you received an email in your mail. The test was where I selected my preferred audition location, date, and time. And there were three venues. I still recall that there were just three venues: Lagos, Abuja, and Enugu. Those were the three. Lagos, Abuja, and Enugu were the three venues. Since Enugu was like the closest to me, I selected Enugu. I then choose the second day because the auction was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then I choose the second day because no, I said I will not use Friday and travel to audition video, and I choose 10 a.m. My plan was I will travel to Friday evening, maybe stay somewhere, if I want to stay, then audit the next morning by 10 before 12 I'm done. Then I'll return back to my state. That was my plan. That was why I choose second day and I choose that morning hour. I received an invitation a few days after I received an email that I've been selected for the physical audition in my venue where I choose and the same time where I choose. So at that moment, I just okay, no problem now. We'll go now. Let's go and experience I would like. I traveled to Enugu on that Friday. When I get to Enugu, the first thing I did, I can recall very well. After I travel, I get to Enugu, the first thing I did, I don't even care about where to stay because coming from another state. So I decided to leave that. When I leave that Friday, a day before, I get straight to the audition venue. As that there was crowd that first day. I saw crowd that first day. I saw crowd. That first day. I record that very well. But when I get there, I just start interacting with them, talking with them. After I just showing the experience, how that behavior, blah, blah, that first one. I just talk to some people. Then I start to look for where I can stay around there. All the hotel around the venue were kind of expensive, all those ones. So I turned out, so I have to meet one KK person. I tell him, please, can I get a hotel around that is way cheaper, like 20 or thereabout? The KK man just tell me, yes, you can do it. That will take me, it will charge me, it's supposed to 5,000. And I argue with him. I agree to pay him 3,000 naira. After that, they came and just carry me, turn around this thing, and take me to one hotel. That was where I now lodged. That was quite affordable. After, in the next morning when I wake up, that was where the first shock started and surprise started. When I wake up the next morning in the hotel, I first took my Google map, or I like doing that, to check the distance between where I stay and the venue. Because I already know my venue, so just look for the venue and the direction. I was shocked to see that it was just a trackable distance. That man just used told me, and collect and charge, and was talking 5,000 naira. I was saying, for what? I started in the hotel staff, other workers there. He said, yes, that venue is not far. It's trackable. I said, what? Oh my God, show me just about those 5 minutes, maybe a few minutes. I even showed me direction to the place. I was shocked. And it was a very popular place. So when I come out and see how people just show me, I'm going to other side, It's fine, not far, it was you. I said, is that what I want? Charge me 5,000, just something is trackable. But why you not agree was the man render a service to me. What service render? That was what consult me was one. I never knew Enugu. I don't stay Enugu. Hotel saying around 60,000, 50,000, and I did not plan for this thing. It happened a sudden. I have to come. I don't really want to spend much. So that second, they saw me paying transport. They paying money on transport. I simply walk down, follow my Google map. That was why I will start walking down to the venue. Now Before I continue, I want to ask you a question. In your own opinion, what do you think? Did a Cayman actually scam me by collecting, was it 3,000 now or 5,000? Within three, I know you say 5,000 first, we now give the price. I think I find 3,000. You scam me by charging me 3,000 from a place that just trackable not far from the place, or he charged for the service he render. What do you think? Just let me know what you think. Because me, I did not feel scam. But when I was sharing when I was sharing the experience with some of my friends, other one, I said, Jesus, they are scam you, they run you street. But me, I did not feel it that way. I feel the person render service to me, so I did not complain. So what is your thought on that keke man that took me around city and charged me money for a place that was closer? What is your thought? Let me hear your thought on that part. Now getting to the venue. The first thing you should know is that you cannot enter without your invitation. At the gate, there are security officials checking everyone invitation before allowing us enter. Before even allowed you to enter, they must show in that email that they invited you. They will verify it, check it. After that, other official will direct you to the registration center. That was how it was done. From the gate, they check my invitation, and I enter inside. Another official took me, direct me to where we do the first. Inside that all, applicant we are attending to on a first come first serve badge. So at this station, it doesn't matter. That was the first thing I noticed. You should take note of. All those times selected 10 a.m., 5 a.m. I get to finish by 8 to 8 a.m. I was attending to. Someone that I attended 8 a.m. was not there. They attended to me before a person. So it's now first come first serve. And the first screening was done in batches of 12 people. I remember we were 12, two were selected from our batch. Out of the 12, there's some bad the number is selected, but I want to, we were two that were selected. That was the beginning of the physical audition process. I believe I will stop this video here. Then I will not be too long. Then I will now do the second process. The part will now be about the physical process or everything about the second process. I don't want to do anything. And wait until you hear what really happened during the actual screening and audition in the part two. It was nothing like I expected. In part two, I will share exactly what happened during the screening and audition process, the kind of question we were asked, what the judge were looking for, and the mistake you should avoid if you want to ever if you ever get invited for the Big Brother Naija show. If this video help you, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share it with someone preparing for the audit. You never can tell. You may share it and maybe as a help to someone who is preparing to audit in the future, maybe next season. Because this is already this season is already over. I'll see you in part two, where we'll now take you through what really happened on the audition process, step by step, and everything you need to know. Thank you.